Wait, what was his concern?
That he wanted to pull out because you would also advise that as well. But he felt that because of the mentality currently of the PD of not kind of giving in, that he couldn't pull out units and back off.
Talking about the vault shootout, or
yes,
oh.
yeah, that's what he felt. So he felt like even though you had said to him, and I said he should have, he just said the mentality currently in the PDs, because I know that at the moment we're trying to push for like not always negotiating. But I did try to explain to him that I don't think anyone would complain in a situation like that was so big and kind of impossible, would have been upset with him choosing to pull out.
So was his concern of leading was making a decision on our units? Like I'm very confused. And maybe that's where the confusion is, because his lead started during the shootout, right?
Yeah.
So can he not handle big decisions? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was his actual concern?
His actual concern is that if he pulled out, everyone would shun him for pulling out, which has been happening for negotiating. Everyone like, you know, oh, we're going to negotiate, and everyone's on the radar like, no, don't you dare, don't you dare. He felt that if he had done that, he would have got the same thing.
So he wanted to take over the entire scene? I don't think.
No, he wanted. He said that he ended up making that decision because he felt that if he tried to pull out, he would have been like basically persecuted for it.
I don't know, but okay. I'm starting to see this. His instruction was to lead the scene, like he was leading the scene for the shootout. There was dead bodies by the shooters. You can't just pull out of that, especially after they bombed two buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just felt he just had to make a difficult decision that didn't go right, and then he felt shit over it.
I'm gonna be honest. Can I say a controversial take here?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think as the PD, we all swore a fucking oath. If we get into situations like that, these 3-hour holdouts are crazy. It needs to be right. We're fully fucking committing to this, or we're leaving at very early into the call.
100%.
I don't think when there's 5 deputies left, we then make the decision to fully commit or leave. Like if people land on that spire and there's 20 cops on duty, we make the executive decision so there's no complaints, no command taking leave, no one changing the narrative,
entertaining a notion of any policy
it's either okay,
over someone being shaky on making a difficult call.
This could get fucking messy.
You know what I mean?
Could get hurt. We're either fully
I thought this is like that's why I was like,
and
what
trying to catch
the
these
fuck?
criminals.
Bitch, why would we pull out it? What the fuck?
Get all over it. Take pictures.
The guy led the end shootout.
Trail fucking people that leave. Get photos of plates. See where they head, and that's it. And that's the 2 directions. There shouldn't be. Oh shit, we tried to push. Loads of officers are fucking down. There's 5 of us left. Shall we be heroes or shall we negotiate? It's like no, we either fully commit or we don't. And I think that will save these 3-hour holdouts and a majority of these problems. I'll be honest. I mean. Turner, what's your view on this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm never a fan of negotiating, frankly. Once they open fire on officers, I am not a fan whatsoever of negotiations.
100%.
Actual retreats per se, you know, depending on the situation. Yes, if we start having officers shot and injured, and we can't get to them, we can't render them aid. We're on, you know, till the end.
I fully agree. Let's make sure then that we get that enforced from now on, because. It like what you tend to see, and it's no one's fault because again, it could be just officers. Who
but that's part of the issue, right?
Or anyone, right?
That's why these problems have to hit up directly.
I've done it myself, for example. The other day, I don't know if any of you were there on the Hydra call where I was on top of the roof and we were there for like 2.5 hours, and I didn't commit to either. But I didn't want to leave and I didn't want to negotiate. The thing is. Yeah, no, I agree. That's just how it needs to be. We need to set the tone from the start. Like we are fully fucking committing to this, and we are catching those criminals, or we are leaving. And then when we leave, that's the point where we say CRD.
There's a lot of issues that are coming out of here, but a lot of it would be addressed if we spoke to him directly. But the thing is even accepting the pussyfooting of like indirectly going through someone else is the most asinine, like fucking kindergarten shit.
Watch the area, watch the criminals leave, try to tail the cars, try to get plates, try to see what.
Yeah, no, you need to fucking bring it directly. Your fucking command.
See if we can fucking. Let's see if like we might not have been able to fucking win on the battlefield, but I'll tell you what, if our detectives are all over it when they leave, we can win in the fucking reports and docket posts and subpoenas, you know what I'm saying? But the problem is when we don't do that, we either leave all evidence behind because we can't collect it, so it goes nowhere, or
No, it's shift
we
one.
retreat
shift
when
one.
there's 5 people left, and those poor 5 people have to deal with 30 downed officers and 2 EMS, and it's fucking hard work. So I want to
It's the
make
rock
sure
and the hard
everyone's in
place.
agreement here. Maxwell, I want to hear your opinion as well. Tell me if you think I'm dumb. I'm all for it. I just think we need to set a tone on this.
Yep.
That has been the tone we've set, though.
But it
That-
isn't
it hasn't
happening
been up
then.
for.
Yeah.
It
So
just means
that
that- I
I
situation
haven't
was a
seen
little
anyone
different.
negotiate. So, yeah, that's
So this situation was a little different because where myself and Cole were, we were cover fire, and we didn't have ladders to push up to push to them. We were cover fire a building away, and I had a broken leg, so there's no running, jumping. You know, I was severely injured.
Oh, I'm not talking
Um,
about this. I wasn't
but-
there, so I can't
But I'm
comment on
saying,
this.
so yes, the call was made for us to push, right? So we're giving cover fire. Cole and I were still up. And so even when McNulty got picked off by one of the guys who left the tower, it was kind of like, what do we do? Do we go down and go around and try to go to the ladder where the guy
Yeah.
with the shotgun is and just, you know what I'm saying? This was just a weird situation, I think, for me. But
Yeah.
generally, when the call is made, we push all or nothing, and that's it. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
If
and
we have the
that's-
ability, right? We
that's
did
what
not have the ability
difference
to,
is, yes,
right,
to do that.
So,
And that's where this is kind of different. And I'm saying that in these bigger cases where we end up
Yeah.
at these situations, what do you want us to do?
we have pulled out before. We don't like to negotiate for no evidence
Well, it
collection
depen-
because we had that probably within 24-hour span, back to back, 2 different gangs
Mhm.
threatening, we're not leaving, we're basically going to shoot every one of you down, or we're leaving and you're not collecting shit is basically what they were at.
Yeah.
So
I-
with this
if-
situation, I wasn't okay
Yeah.
with that. However, because of the nature of this situation being terrorist attack,
Oh yeah, we have to force it. Well,
I
Yeah,
told them
100%.
well, I asked Cole to relate.
It's
to
gotta
them
be
that
order
if they want
Well,
to.
oh
leave,
yeah, we're gonna let
because
us
again, we didn't know where one of them was, and we had no helicopter to get to the other one. That
I'm
they
fucking
would,
mind
they could
blown.
leave, but they asked
And
that we don't
disappointed.
collect evidence there, and I said, well, but we're collecting.
How did
evidence
someone who was
everywhere
asked to
else.
lead a
And they said, "That's
shootout
fine."
well, this is the other
Just
thing,
a
right?
weird
want
thing.
to?
I want to spitball this, and again,
Yeah.
I wasn't there, and
Mhm.
I always think highly of your opinion as well. But I just
I
do
am
wanna
like
spitball.
mind
If they
fucked.
ring us and say you're not collecting evidence from here, and we say yes, and then still do, what's the issue there? Like the evidence is there.
We could have, but then you're
Yeah,
going,
exactly.
Then they're
That's why I'm
going
just
to
like,
trust us again. That's all.
do they
All
know
it is
what a
is they're
se-
never going to trust us again.
do,
But these
I'm
are
gonna be honest,
terrorists.
We okay, I agree, but I also know that I'm gonna be honest, there was nobody to talk to, nobody to ask. Everybody went 42 after that shit happened. So
Mm. I
yeah.
want to. These things cannot be formulaic, and I think we should demand not being formulaic. That is the fundamental issue of why we have a problem in the PD.
Hang on. What the hell does that word mean?
Formulaic means, for example, if arbitrarily big situation, then do this, right?
If X do what? Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And
No, I think go for it.
and so where I'm kind of going with this is like context genuinely matters, right? And I think there is some, and I think it's worth speaking with him directly on this matter just to make sure it's sorted, primarily to for this particular reason, because others may feel this way as well, is on a very big scene that is not like a 37 alpha or whatever, you know, where there's like one objective, there's not really, you know, everything's very linear, right? A scene lead is going to have a very good like path of travel. You know what I mean? Starts with a crime, goes with a chase, either catching them, you're leaving the scene, or it turns into a shootout, right? In some of these bigger cases, including like the one that happened today, right? Especially if that had split off. There is no perfect formula, right? The bigger picture and context needs to be looked at. And members of high command, us in this room, are sometimes going to need to make like higher level decisions, right? While simultaneously there will be someone leading either a scene or two scenes, right? Am I correct so far? In saying that, I think whether we pull in or go order 66 fully depends on how bad was a crime previously, right? Can we justifiably as law enforcement say, you know, let's let the criminals get away? Or number two, if our own law enforcement are like 13 alphas are in a spot where we cannot even realistically get them unless we get the bad guys. You know what I mean? And it you see where I'm going with this?
There is no.
Yeah.
What was it? Formulaic.
Formulaic. Yeah.
Formulaic.
That's a very posh word.
Arnold, and can I mention though with this situation as well, I do not believe that myself or Cole would have still been standing. I even had a headache at one point, so it was kind of like
I can't comment on that. I wasn't there.
Had we made the phone call previous to and it didn't get kind of like that, we could have lied and just collected evidence.
Yeah.
But I knew that, well, I thought we had evidence from towers, and you know, I had the lead from the casino, and we had, you know, a boat, we had a plane, we had cars, we had other things to go from as well. So it kind of wasn't like, it was just a unique, like you said, there's not going to be an outline like this is what you do whenever this happens, because usually we have been to situations like this where we all push and that's it. Boom, done. But because
go on. Sorry.
Okay. Just because of what started, you know, the being a terrorist attack, I absolutely wanted to make sure we were still getting everything else.
And thank fuck you did. Like I said, I prayed to. I didn't even really know about Jesus until I found out you went to those towers. Thank fuck. I pray to him every day now.
Yeah. That came out of a fucking random thought too, didn't it?
Like literally, if you didn't have done that, then no one would have done that. And like, we wouldn't have shit. And I probably would have quit and moved to New fucking Babylon.
All right. Oh my fucking God.
Well, okay. I do agree. And no cookie cutter response to this. It's just based on each situation.
Do we need to order 66 when we want people to order 66?
What's order 66?
Well, like we had a shootout over in Michael's house where it was made very clearly that if anyone did not push in, they were going to be sent off duty. Right?
Michael's house.
Outside of like, you know, like maybe someone stand behind to make sure what happens. So yeah, like I'm going to call it order 66. Okay, I'm going to be, listen, we're in a safe place here. All right. I live in a place where it's very, very, you know, if I really wanted to, you know, for things to be very beneficial to me, I am going to make sure I live as long as I do. So if 90% of the department, I'm not saying others are doing this, I'm just saying it happens one way for one reason or another. I'm going to let everybody fucking go down, and then I'm going to sit in the corner and just wonder what I'm going to do next for 2 hours. And you know what I mean? And what an order 66 is, like if we say we're going in the impossible and we're committing to that we're going in, and it's not like you wait for some people to go down and then you sit outside with your dick in your hand wondering like, oh man, what are we going to do now technically, even though there's a one way in and one way out. Am I making sense here, Turner, what I'm trying to say here?
No.
God damn it. You want to give it a shot there, Sheriff?
Wait, say what you said again so I can try
the order. Why don't we do the order 66? You know what I mean?
What? And what's that?
It's where a 30-minute scenario doesn't turn into 2.5 hour while some people let people get killed and then sit outside wondering what's going to happen next. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's essentially what I'm saying. When I started this conversation with, we were fully
I know you were,
but
I don't know if it was fully like clear.
I'm not sure what order 66 is.
What he's essentially saying is,
all or nothing. All of you go in together. That's it.
Yeah,
all
like all or nothing.
All of you go in. If you order 66, everything drops everyone. Everyone goes in. We see what happens.
Yeah, like it doesn't need to be like a 3 hour holdout. It needs to be right, we're either fucking fully sending it now or we're not.
And to be clear, we're not talking about like all 40 necessarily go in. If it was like 3 waves or whatever it is, it's just that we're not going to get to the last wave of 10 cops and be like, all right, guys, let's sit out here for an hour and a half while everyone is dying around us and not do anything and just think that there might be another option. You know what I mean?
I'm going to throw a devil's advocate to my own opinion, though, just to get the interest of the room. How do we feel about, like, during the 78's call, we allocate, like, 5 CID to do a fucking clean-out investigation when they leave? Like, look, there's a 78, doc, fucking, like, any investigator, whatever. You disagree?
If we start doing that, we might as well
That's
come back to the
police
scene.
work.
I'm just going to say.
Basic police work. We should have... Are you saying a situation where most PD's down, but then we send a few people away?
No, like, I'm saying that in the area is, like...
No.
Fucking forensics,
brother.
Brother,
if we
they're an officer, they have a gun in their hand. They're fighting with us.
If we
again, this was like a devil's advocate, right? I agree with full sending. I just wanted to spitball to get people's minds like churring. You know what I mean?
It's worth clarifying too, though, because if we do end up going down that route, we might as well just get out the hospital and go back too. You know, and I'm not saying we do that.
That's a good perspective.
But I'm saying
across.
that's the same idea, right? It's just like, you know, like I want to make it very clear though, right? Circumstantially, if you end up as a few, that's one thing. But if there's like a pattern, you know, someone sitting in the corner is like, haha, you know, Pat's hands.
Yeah, no,
you know?
you're right as well. I've just thought in my head.
Oh, they're gone now.
No, wait. Everything's just ticked in my head. Yeah, people.
Yeah,
can be
you
fucking,
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you could get some bad eggs. Coming up for, like I said, this is why I think it's great. I mean, I'm of the opinion that if something comes to mind, just fucking get it out to the group, and if it's stupid, it's stupid, but it can get people's brains churning to other shit, right?
I still think we could have played dead in the cars in the alleyway and clapped them when they came down, but you know, that was my
that's a good idea.
Is a great fucking thing. I love playing dead.
I literally said it on the radio that day, and nobody was like wanting to do it.
Nobody,
dead is human fucking nature, like possums and shit. It's what they do.
Look,
me and Ruby
you
were down
killed
there. I
it
was
that
like, what if
day.
we get in a car and do that?
No.
Like,
Look,
let's get down there.
One of the reasons I fucking crashed out so hard here is, like, I want to remind that on the radio, we had 8 minutes left on the clock of bombs being strapped to civilians and cops.
Yeah, Radich took me to get fuel, food, fucking, we did a city tour.
That the moment 8 minutes remaining, a decision needed to be made. And we had dumb fucks on radio that were like, all right, guys, so what are we going to do after something happens? And I'm just like, why did you sign up as a cop when your first priority is like, I'm waiting for the shootout, as opposed to, you know, yo, there's fucking bombs strapped to this. Let the critical comms come through so they can figure out how to defuse it. And then we get the air one, like you said, Raj just goes, all right, time to go and refuel. And I'm sitting over there like, how the fuck are you not preemptively thinking about this? And then you have 3 minutes to defuse that shit?
Yeah,
like,
when
what
I
the
got to
fuck?
the bomb, there was like 3 minutes left.
Like, listen, if I'm going to start playing StarCraft, I'm going to go sit in the MDT room and I'm going to ask, you know, whoever that guy is in Blaine County, you know, what's his name? The one that doesn't come around? What's his name?
President Davis?
No, the other one, you know, but he's got a nickname. I'm going to tell him, yo, let me go on my GPS and let me like click people and like move.
Oh, Soze?
No, yeah, I'm going to ask Soze. I want to be able to click people on the GPS and like, you know, highlight multiple ones and like send them in direction.
Soze is, so I recently employed,
deputy.
I employed it. Well, he was actually the chief of police for like fucking 8 years, I think. Like,
oh yeah,
for a very long time.
He's got keys to the trooper's office. He gets his stuff.
Yeah, and then he has a very, very good relationship with the FIB and the trooper's office. And he come asking for a job one day, and I interviewed him, and like, you know, he seemed great.
Yep.
And I've hired him, and he's the one who got the big evidence boxes from the FIB.
Yeah.
He
right in the middle of a raid, we started giving him a div request.
Yeah, he's a a what? You gave
It's
him
when
a
you
what?
go in the trooper's office to look for old equipment. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so I think before the, I don't know. I know a little bit of it. I think before the economic collapse, wasn't he pretty much like the chief of police for like 8 years or some shit?
Okay. All right.
I
Sounds like a
think.
good person to have on board.
Well, yes, but the problem is like he's got his heart set on arresting like deputies and officers who break laws and
Yeah, he
which,
tried
I
to
mean,
make
which
Peach
we
run laps
should.
the other day.
Arresting them for
well,
what kind of? What,
she
I mean,
was negligent driving.
What are you? I'm
Oh
sorry. did
yeah,
you say
that shit was funny as
Was
fuck. I'm gonna be real.
No, that's what he said. I made him uncuff them at the time.
They were cuffed before I got there.
Yeah, they were cuffed. He said
I had no idea.
He said he's going to give everyone a couple of weeks to sort their shit out before he comes in and starts arresting people.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. I told him that he's not making any officers run laps or pulled
I
up to the
mean,
scene.
that's true. He can't make officers run laps, but if deputies or officers break the law, I guess he can arrest them. We can't stop that.
Absolutely. And I said we should go to traffic court.
I'm going to be honest with you. If we need to reprimand people, not arrest them, because that just creates resentment. And now we're going to have LSPD versus BCSO in each other's cells. That's going to turn into something much bigger.
I think things have been really
KSO's versus the world. I think.
We've been able to keep
he only has
it.
badge because you gave it to him too. So he is under your thumb.
Well, he handed his marshal badge in to come to me, so he did technically already have a badge.
He ain't got one anymore, right? It's your badge he has.
Well, apparently he has both. I don't know.
I want to remind everyone he's got keys to the trooper's office. All right. We might not even listen. We keep him close enough. We might not even need that, whatever black talent or whatever the fuck it is with the thing. He might have some other shit in there.
Oh yeah, but
look,
I mean,
look,
when
either
this
way.
whole McNulty thing was going on, he somehow was going to go get a
What
tank
McNulty
himself. With where he called Darkstone dog shit and told him that he'll do their job.
Oh
for them
my
and-
God.
Oh, well, Chief has been dealt with. We don't need to dive into this again.
Okay. All right. Yep.
It's been dealt
Well,
with.
I mean, has it though? That guy gave you some fucking attitude.
Well, actually, yeah.
Fucking dumbasses didn't even fucking check for
Yeah, to
cameras.
be fair, I spoke to the Darkstone guy. I said, look, you told me that that the course of action you want is you want McNulty to apologize to you. He said that he will apologize to you. How do I get in contact so that he can come and say sorry? And you know what this fucking Darkstone guy said, who kicked up all this fuss? Oh, no, it don't matter. It's fine.
Yeah. Tell him what you
said,
told
what?
his ass.
I said,
Yeah.
so you folded?
Yeah,
Anyway.
he got fucking pissed.
Yeah. Like, he caused all this fucking shit and then folded.
We
I
had to
was so
find the fucking
confused.
cameras.
So, yeah, no, but that doesn't take away from what McNulty did. He's still a dumb fuck. And we still dealt with it. But
I think, so for everyone in the room, because I'm sure, fuck telephone. I'm going to give you straight. I looked him in the eyes and I said, one thing I don't like is a liar. Tell me what happened. And he happened upon, while up there, by happenstance, came across some unusual mixed names. In other words, like people from like various crews. And he was interested. He didn't know what he's looking at, but they just kind of seemed like they were up to no good. And having sort of followed him from a distance, all the shit happened. Now, all withstanding, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't think he said anything crazy. It's not on us that these Darkstone guys are a bunch of pussies and they got their feelings hurt over what he said. But given that they did, and given what they provide, he was willing to apologize, right? And that was a very professional conversation he had with me. And with that said, he has been dealt with. But if something like that were to happen again,
he will be fired. Straight up.
Exactly.
I would slam his ass straight back to straight to the marshals or wherever the fuck he goes. I would not stand for it.
The secondary point here is, and I think this is important to say, given that the topic is McNulty, is that he had been and has been for a very long time, 9 months now. And I remember when this kicked off, it was the week that Larry was attacked by an Apache, screaming it was the Faceless, where the first report was created and given to the marshals. I know because I was there. That week, those helicopters were targeting McNulty. And they may continue to bring terror his way. And so if he comes across shit, It doesn't mean that like he's necessarily just like making his way over there. It's that we individually cannot pick and choose who comes after who, right? And where I'm going with this is that at a higher level, when it comes to these bigger cases, we need to find a way to allow our officers to partake and cooperate. And if there is a trust issue, then we need to wonder whether we should fire them or whether the trust issue is somewhere else. So,
well, yeah, I mean, it's like you said to me, right? If we can't fully trust one of our officers, why the fuck do we employ them?
Yep. And if we do trust them and they provide value, then they need to be involved.
Yeah, like it has to be like fucking black and white on that. We either trust them or we don't. I don't think there can be an in-between of like, well, they were a little bit dodgy, so we're going to hold information back from them. It's like, if we're doing that at that point, don't employ them, fire them.
But wasn't he also saying things on Twitter at them and whatnot, like for months?
I mean, I don't know about that.
I don't think
stuff.
You make a good point, but we have to hold everyone at that same level because McNulty does it, and he ain't the only one. And I think we all know this.
Say that they're just hunting him. Well, maybe because he's calling them pussies on Twitter.
I didn't know he was doing that. Do we have any evidence of that?
He has done that.
Yeah.
That was when he was sheriff.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm just going to point out, as is the lead on the Faceless case. Right?
Wait, what'd you say?
And you're not wrong.
Who is?
So it's like,
you said Price.
That's
you know
right.
what? I never.
And I don't have a problem with that.
I never
Genuinely,
hear her referred to as Price. When you said Price, I actually didn't think who you meant.
Yeah,
because I always hear Opal. That put with my head a bit. Yeah, no, Opal is the lead, and this is the thing. When she came to me and asked for jurisdictional rights over anything regarding the Faceless, I gave her it because she's the lead and she needs that fucking empowerment because people are dumb fucks.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. You know, I thought you guys we're supposed to be fighting in here and shit because I thought this was productive.
I like these meetings will be like. I do like productive meetings.
Yeah.
I don't see the need to fight, and I think that there is a level of, I think with me and Knight being high and Stevie, of course, being high command in the BCSO, I think that this is a great opportunity for us to build the BCSO LSPD relationship because we were both employed directly by you guys, trained by you guys, and we all have a lot of mutual respect for each other, which I feel wasn't the case with previous sheriffs. So I think we can be very productive together, and it will go that way. However, I still fucking hate Peters, and I'll beat his ass whenever I see that smog head.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, based on what he was doing.
Still bonafide some of your fucking officers if I see them alone in the streets. But we can have productive high command meetings, of course. We can put that behind us at the time. But just to let you know, Turner, if I ever see you alone in Sandy Shores, I'm bonafiding your ass, okay? And you ain't doing shit. I just want to make sure you know that.
Yeah.
But in these meetings,
you bonafide me.
I'm bonafiding your ass.
Wait, you cannot be fucking cheating on me.
No, not
the fuck is wrong with
ass. Bonafiding his ass.
What is bonafide?
No,
I'm gonna give
you know
a
exactly what that means. Yeah, you do not. We cannot be talking about that shit.
You ain't touching my hair.
I will give you a fucking mullet if I see you. But outside of that, these meetings can be very productive and very positive. We've got a new catchphrase. Show them the catchphrase, Nat.
Every time, like I hear excuses for other people doing dumb shit. And, now I just say, posy vibes. Okay, we'll just posy vibe our way into fucking victory. Fuck that shit.
Vibes.
Suck my fucking dick. Get better. Show me some fucking results. If you're going to cry about it, go join a gang. Because that's all they fucking do all day. Fucking too many this and too many that. Fucking shove my fucking AR up your ass and start pulling the trigger.
Well, I would classify that as cheating, so I'd prefer you didn't put anything on anyone's ass. Because anything's a dildo if you're brave enough, including a gun.
All right. On that note, we had real positive vibes in here. All right. So that makes me really happy. So,
Okay. So something I do need to bring up.
Oh, shit.
Frost, you owe 44,000. Night, you own 41,000.
Fuck me, I can't
shit.
afford that. Sue my
That's
ass.
45.
I ain't fucking paying that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
46.
Yeah,
Hang on,
you
you
keep
Alright.
telling me you
reading
came in
that
here, had this
number.
productive meeting,
I
and now you're
can't
not going to pay
afford
the swear
fucking
jar.
47.
Well,
I get paid
Night, we need a
$750.
conversation.
So,
All right,
wait,
let's go.
Wait, you're telling
Opal.
me?
Oh, God
Tony,
damn it.
you're-
Can I get
wait,
just a
You
little bit
swore
to reset?
47
No,
times
no,
inside of this office.
Turner, listen
I
here,
want the
okay?
chief here as well.
You're
so.
telling
Could you give me
me
like 10 minutes? I need to reset. That was a
Yes.
long.
Yeah.
You're
Like-
telling me that this
That.
fucking meeting cost
I think
me
she wants to talk to the chief
62
about it, and I want you
hours
there
of work?
since it's your
Okay.
murder
You
stuff,
can
okay?
suck my dick.
48,000.
Oh,
You ain't
that.
getting
Yes.
shit.
Yes, I want you
sue me,
here
bitch.
so you
Oh,
have
Sue
this
me,
was your
bitch.
fucking
case.
I'm
go.
going.
Yeah,
Okay,
10 minutes.
52
I know,
something
but
like
that's
that.
No, I don't
important.
give a
Okay.
fuck. Fuck your money. Fuck you. I ain't paying shit.
Didn't she
54,000.
42?
I ain't pay. What you gonna do? How you gonna enforce me to pay this?
You telling your word wasn't enough.
I ain't folding. I ain't paying 54,000. Right? Okay, so let's say I did pay $54,000. Okay.
Yeah.
That means that I would have to work for a total of 72 hours to pay for me
I
saying
didn't
a
hold the
few
gun to your
fucking
head.
swear
I didn't
words.
force you to swear there. I told you before we started here.
Yeah, well, I
$1,000
ain't
to swear,
paying
and you
it.
agreed to it.
Well,
I ain't paying it.
well, we
hang on.
needed
You agreed to
open
it 'cause you already paid
communication.
the 5,000.
Yeah,
So
I
you
paid
are
the
very aware.
5,000 because that was reasonable. But when we're having a fucking 2-hour long meeting,
55,000.
of course I'm gonna throw a few swear words in when it's getting a bit fucking hot in the room and we're speaking about
56,000.
difficult topics. How much does Nat owe?
It was 41,000. You owe 56,000.
How much does Maxwell owe?
10,000.
How much does Stevie owe?
None.
Yeah, I quit cussing when he told me.
No,
I owed
you owe 10,000. You was fucking swearing too.
No, okay. First of all, I was giving him a debrief of my crazy week. And it
Guys,
shouldn't
this is
even
where we're
count.
supposed to be positive vibing, all right? It's a really productive meeting, and we got another serious
Yeah,
conversation
Opal went
after
off duty
this.
night,
No,
so
So-
we're probably not having
positive
it.
vibes
She didn't
in
tell me she
this
was going off
room,
duty.
okay?
Yeah, she went off duty like
positive.
an hour
Let's all be
ago.
best friends.
So
Well, I guess
Oh,
we'll have
you
to
did-
wait till
all right.
tomorrow.
You did
We need to
something
talk
wrong,
about other
don't
shit
care.
anyways,
Let's be
like,
positive.
you know.
I know.
Oh
Don't
my
get it.
God. Oh, by the way, there's a drug problem in Cyprus, North Cyprus.
Wait, give me a second here.
No,
You
wait,
wanna know
no,
about what
Fudge
kind of
Lane
drug problems
actually.
we have come around shift 3. It is.
Give me 10K.
Oh
now.
yeah, that's when we kicked the doors in.
It is unbelievable in shift 3.
Oh, it.
The amount of
Look-
drug calls are nothing compared to
Here's your
here.
pen.
Stop
What?
looking at my
Oh.
shit.
Compared to ship
pocket
1 and
watching.
2.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's when
Stop
we
looking
kicked
at
the
my
doors
shit.
in. We just
Oh,
fucking
you
went
take
for a
my
drive.
money.
6 hours later, we had 5 million
How
in our
much money you
account.
got? Oh, dang.
Half those properties are filled with
Hey,
all kinds
this
of
is me
shit.
putting 56,000 here, by the way.
56,
There we go.
huh?
Yeah, it's all there.
Yeah,
Wait,
right,
just out of
fantastic.
Part of my money.
curiosity, where does that money go?
Gets reinvested into the PD itself.
Bullshit. What you reinvesting in?
Parts, car parts, repairs, things like that. It goes to the budget.
Oh, fuck. Did Junior talk to you about like? Look, we
Yes.
came in halfway about like.
Was
How do
trying
y'all
to
feel about
complain and
that?
Y'all walked in, so
Well, so I told them if there's something that we know is going to happen, you know, hey, XYZ group is going to drop bombs or a bomb's coming or something we could predict. Fine. It's a whole different story if we're transporting something, preparing for the worst, and then we get attacked. Right? What, do we panic everyone and tell them to take shelter every time we do a transport? We do something? I don't think that's realistic.
Didn't we know the plans got leaked? I could have sworn that was said.
what?
What got leaked?
Who said
I
that?
could have sworn. Didn't that? Was that
Well, I
not
mean, it's
said
pretty
during the briefing?
obvious that.
No, no,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
no.
no, yeah,
Not-
yeah,
it was
Opal said
during
that.
the briefing. Yeah.
Opal said that these have already been leaked, so expect there to be some sort of response. She said that in the briefing.
Yeah.
I remember.
I do think he
I
has.
don't recall the leak part. I respect
Yeah.
prepare for the, you know.
No, I
Resistance,
swear.
but-
No, she definitely said something like that.
Oh.
and that kind of and just because look, you know,
And there
I
was
don't,
cameras literally there. Like it obviously was leaked,
Yeah.
right?
and it wasn't just that there was cameras, that the cameras were all positioned in a place that would have had perfect angle on where all their shit was.
Wait,
Right?
don't you have
It
these in the
wasn't-
armory?
No, you
How-
don't.
what
It's the
armory?
news.
Different cameras. There was
Yeah.
the dome one.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the shotguns. They're there now, right?
All right.
That's also something I need to bring up with you. I don't think so yet. I think they will be here shortly. They got to
So-
get them
Just
back.
stored.
Right,
So-
okay.
So the thing is, those cameras weren't just all over the place. They were put in a place that would have been positioned for where all that shit was. So the knowledge that would have had to have been had by whoever set that there and those that attacked would have been even higher level access than what we had access to. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise,
I
why
guess
wouldn't the
here's my
cameras
question.
everywhere else?
And this is the other thing. Like, can we even tell the mayors about Darkstone?
And, well, hold on. Just one other thing.
No.
Just in terms of cameras, in addition, during the route that was in the document, there was cameras on the way.
They had the whole, you guys, they had the whole route.
1 second here.
It was
It
on a
seems like it,
waterfall outside, like down the road from Zancudo.
Mm-hmm.
Not the first time something's been leaked
So
from this.
I mean, look, I guess in that moment we could have, as soon as we know there's a leak, yeah, we could inform them. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting any sort of little birds or air shootouts or anything like that. You know, I was expecting gangs to be ambushing us. That's why I said, you know, who would look at this and expect to intercept it? Actually, I don't know if you're there, and I was telling Macro and King.
I was less worried when I saw the cars roll out.
I said, who's going to intercept this when you look at this? Which, you know, they brought some heavy machinery. So.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, that was. I think from Junior's perspective, like from what it sounded like obviously, I don't think we can really. We can't take it upon ourselves to do something that the marshals are arranging. You know what I mean? But I do feel that it's strange that the marshals did not provide the justices or the mayors any sort of even post facto, here's what occurred, here's the messaging. Because now we have a public who saw this happen and they don't know shit, right?
Well, something I'm most definitely working towards, which I know we talked to our mayor about funding possibly more news outlets, is having press conferences, or at least being able to put out a letter from time to time. And that's something I want to do, be able to communicate with the public for large scale incidents like this that are out in the open. That's you know, for everyone to see. I want to be able to respond to those.
That makes sense. All right, well, okay, so no meeting with on that other thing. Get out of here.
My stance is, I guess if we know it's leaked, we know we're going to get attacked. That's a different story than if we're doing a transport. You know, a transport's one thing. If we start getting information that things are leaked and we're expecting it, that's probably where we should start communicating at that point.
Didn't Junior say he tried to talk to Gunner and Gunner just walked away from him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's, you know,
Well, what can you expect from these dumb fucking brain marshal son of bitches? No,
right.
I stand on it, Chief. I don't give a fuck. I fucking hate them.
No, stop with the cursing, okay?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Say
If I'm not, no, you're right. You're right. If I'm not gonna pay it, I won't curse anymore.
We had some recent bad experiences
these
with them.
poofer brains, stupid
I think
dog
everybody's
marshals.
had bad
There we
experiences
go.
from time with them. So I don't know. I'm gonna ask him what happened, what transpired between them. Because I feel like there's probably some more missing if he just walked away.
They don't trust Maxwell, right? They're not willing to give her info. Because of some shit that happened months ago, I'd go tell a deputy to go and apologize, right? The least they can fucking do, sorry there, Chief, least that they can frickin' do, all right, Jesus Christ, that sounds so frickin' do, is, I don't know, do their job. And then Flores, that guy's been attaching to calls. He's taking spots from deputies and officers. And when me and Frost tried to have a professional conversation with him and even take his side against our deputies while they were in the room, the ones that made the complaint, this guy had the fucking audacity to say, I know I did nothing wrong, and then try to mansplain how shit works.
No,
he
didn't even word it like that. He was like, I know I ain't do anything wrong. I know you ain't telling me I did something wrong like this.
Fucking G.I. Joe ass.
It resulted in me saying, you know, because he started speaking overnight. I said, you know what, Flores, get the fuck out my office and fuck off. And then as he
Frick off?
walked
Yeah,
out, I
frick.
said, there's a good boy. Now leave. And he left like
Dang.
the bitch he is. And then we went down there and we had a respectful conversation with Gunnar in front of him, and we established a point. We got to a direction and everything was really great. And I said to Flores, he's yeah, well that was it basically. But yeah, frick Flores. He's a dumb frick. He's a poo for brains. And I don't frick with him one bit.
So are they not supposed to be attaching to calls when we have units, or
Well, they lied about
can
their
do whatever they
SOPs.
want?
So he said,
that's right.
well, he was like, we've got SOPs wrote up so that we can patrol now and attach the calls. And then
But they
we said, well,
don't.
listen, this is where it gets really freaking funny, right? So I said, Nat said, can you show us these SOPs? He was like, oh, well, I don't know if we have them. And wait,
you need to
and we were
ask
like, wait.
Dark for it. Yeah.
We were like, wait, you don't know if you have SOPs? Like, oh, no, we do. I was
Yeah.
like, all right. And then we came down and spoke to Gunnar Kane in front of Flores. And we were like, do you have SOPs for patrol? He was like, no, not yet.
My God.
Straight in front of Flores. So Flores freaking lied.
I bet he leaked this shit.
What, the operation?
Where was he?
All right, let's not go off on some sort of goose hunt now, okay?
I don't know. I'd
I
call
mean-
it investigating, to be honest.
Yep. And we
Where
lived
was he?
investigation.
You know who sent me their SOPs? Barrett. Barrett sent me their SOPs before they were finalized. I
Is there anything about patrolling that?
don't think so.
Yeah, because he's a freaking liar. And he leaked this mission by the looks of it. I mean,
Yeah.
I want.
Mm, I
Here,
tell
guys
you
see
what.
this?
I'll
He
take
probably
you what.
wanted that for himself. They want to
Yeah,
put it next
this-
to their tanks.
Hell yeah. This
Which-
fucking
which,
Uber
mind
to the
you-
corner, fucking 5G for brain, smog head, exhaust sucking,
Okay,
soft-footed,
Frost, okay,
son of a
okay,
dog.
Okay.
That's what he's been calling
I
us the
didn't
whole
even
time you're gone,
swear.
Chief.
I didn't even swear.
No, but that's what he.
Hey, don't
Why
try,
did you text me that,
don't try
Sheriff?
snitch on me. I call Turner a smog head. I call him as I see him. He's a
It's-
smog head too.
Child's play. I'm not worried about it. You call
Right.
me whatever you want.
It's child's play.
And then
I
you
have
just
the
randomly
key.
respect
text me
that,
that.
I have
you
the
know.
key. That's all I ever
Can be
hear come
mutual.
out his mouth.
When have I told you I have the key?
I
When-
have
when
the
you-
key, Frost. Howdy.
You know, just remember that.
Mm. So, okay then. I guess the Opal talk will happen later because she's gone.
Do we know, like, is there really a
Hey, who's
deal on the
gone?
table, or like what's going on? Like, is that for sure, or
Hang on, what are we talking about?
Opal
Deal
is
with who?
gone. We wanted to talk about the plea deal.
Oh,
Mhm.
right.
I
Yeah,
wanted to
I'm
bring
not.
Mike.
I got to hear her side of it, but frankly, that's your case. You should be directly involved in deciding what level of a plea deal, if at all.
yeah?
So-
Since we're all
Right.
here, high level, right? It's cool if I work on some shit. I got a gun, whatever. I do expect at least to be communicated to in the same way. It should go vice versa, right? I expect it's one of the big reasons why Maxwell, myself, Ruby, the way we've been running this fire starters thing. It's Ruby's case, right? But we're there, right there, backing her up, making sure she gets the info she does. Now, with that having been said, in this particular thing, you've got fire starters going after justices, and they've intermingled with this Sanders, what was her
Yeah,
name?
Sophie.
Sophie Sanders,
Mhm.
right? In which Remy's raid led to finding the murderous weapons related to Zenith, which is a separate terrorist organization in itself. So this was interesting. This is clear-cut first-degree murder, right? Everything, and then this side tangent with the hounds working with the fire starters got Rennie kidnapped and tortured, got judges blown up with C4, had their phones stolen, and they're out there trying to conflict all the judges. There should be no plea deal. A couple of us were already talking about using this particular case to bring Hut back, because if we have what is there to negotiate? We got them red-handed, and these people have been harassing us, putting cameras up, targeting judges, targeting
Look,
cops. That's
I apologize. I don't mean to cut
Yeah.
you short. I'm in support of all that. We should
Hell
not be
yeah.
going easy on them. There should be communication if somebody's going to be, stepping in somebody else's report, and we should be pushing them as hard as we can. These people are targeting law enforcement. I'm completely in support of that. So
All right.
I don't mean to cut you off. I just need to step
Yeah,
away
no,
here for a bit,
absolutely.
so I want to make
Absolutely.
sure you heard
All
my
right.
end of it.
And
All
know
right.
that they are
Too much-
contesting the search warrant. I don't
Too
think there
much
was an answer
air
yet on it.
purification in this MRPD with all the air conditioning. He needs to go outside and breathe in that smoke.
Oh,
He needs to
Jesus.
breathe in that
All right.
smoke.
All
He's
right.
been
Thank
away
you all
from
for coming.
he's
Good
been away from
conversation
here,
TikTok
okay?
for
Hey,
too
I told
long.
him about your new 5G tower there, Sheriff. So congratulations once
Oh,
again.
dude, we're gonna be
Turner,
taking that down.
Are you off to doom
Maxwell, I'll catch
scroll
you up
on
here
the
in just a
toilet?
bit here, okay?
Is that what you're
What the
gonna do? You
hell?
gonna go
Don't
doom
you
scroll?
talk to him like that. Who do you think you are, the chief of EMS? Don't you
Who you
ever.
think
Hey,
you
that's
are,
my
Miss
sheriff in there. We got gets out of
Excuse
here.
me?
If he wants to go doom scroll on Top Tick or
Are you
whatever,
Who are
worried
you to
about-
question
fine.
it then?
Yeah. Why are you worried about his pants being around his ankles on his phone? Don't you have
Well-
other people to worry about?
Maybe my
You know,
fiance has a fancy for it.
You
So
look
what?
real scary hiding behind Captain Maxwell there, Turner. I see what you doing. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah,
real
you got
police
me.
work
I'm
to do
hiding.
tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
Enjoy your drive.
Enjoy your Top Tick or whatever you do.